Everybody hear me? Good morning. She can't have an Oreo because she can't say thank you. When I heard this, I was devastated. It was snack time at my elementary school, and if you imagine a small 5-year-old girl being the only one of 12 kids who couldn't have an Oreo, you can picture how confused and sad I felt. Those of you who only know me at school most likely think I'm very quiet and reserved. At school, I only talk when necessary and rarely share my opinions. I usually don't start conversations, and in groups, I only give my input if nobody else is speaking. However, for all of you who know me outside of school, you know that I can be quite the chatty Cathy. When I'm out with my friends off campus, I regularly talk and make jokes and share my opinions consistently. You might be wondering, how is this related to being denied an Oreo? It all started in my childhood when I stopped talking. In scientific terms, I had selective mutism. Selective mutism is defined as a childhood disorder characterized by an inability to speak in certain settings despite speaking in other places. That was me as a child. I would talk at home, but not at school. I would talk at the grocery store, but not at the doctor's office. If you've ever seen The Big Bang Theory, you can relate me to Raj, who is unable to talk in front of females. About the time when I stopped talking, I was attending Center Square Montessori School and hated it. Therefore, I thought it would make sense to make my best effort to get kicked out. This included writing letters and numbers backwards, peeing everywhere but in the toilets, and maintaining stoic and utter silence. It was an effective tactic, and after a year, I was asked to leave. However, my selective mutism did not stop with a new school, Oak Lane Day School. It had become such a habit that I considered it weird to talk. My parents, of course, were worried and sent me to several therapists to see what was going on, but I remained silent. However, throughout my time at Oak Lane, I started talking more through the desire to let my thoughts be heard and would whisper to my friends, just like Raj whispers to his best friend Howard. Still, after 8 years, this got a little old, and when I came to Springside, I started talking like nothing had ever happened. Weird, right? Although the true cause of my silence will probably always remain unclear, I have earned some valuable perks and learned good lessons from 8 years of not talking. First, I can't yell. If any of you have ever heard me try to yell, it's not pretty. I sound like a donkey braying, and my voice cracks. This makes events like Blue and Gold Day difficult, but I'm lucky that everyone else is yelling too, so my nasty voice cracks can't be heard. I've also learned that listening can be the most valuable action to take in a situation, and sometimes people need to be heard more than they need to be lectured. This listening helps me empathize with others. Although for 8 years I did not speak in school, I was very much engaged in what was happening around me. I was an active observer who witnessed all kinds of interactions among others and watched and thought about human dynamics more than most people do. Through my observations, I learned a lot about how people connect and what it means to be a good friend. My advice to all of you would be this: embrace silence and the act of listening. Sometimes all you need is a moment to be quiet and gather your thoughts, or listen while someone else gathers theirs. Be quiet for a second and let the silence sit. You may be enlightened by what you hear. And then remember to speak up and say thank you if someone offers you a cookie. Thank you.